What exactly is unleashing your potential? It is doing something consistently, something which you love to do, not that you are forced to do, something that aligns to your values, to your belief systems, to your identity, to your purpose, and you have an environment and the capacity to do it. Not that you like to play football, but maybe you've never played football, but the like is so much that you want to become the captain of some football team. All right, so it's all about understanding oneself first. What are my capabilities and capacities? What is the environment all about? What is it that behavior I need to do consistently to enrich my capability capacity? Is it aligning with my belief system, or I am having against belief systems, and there's a conflict? Or is it aligning with my identity? Do I identify to my core? Does my core really feels good about it when I think about it? So all this, and specifically the purpose and the reason, extremely important. The why part of what you do and how you do it. So it's all about that understanding, the entire crux, and then coming out with some strategies, some plan of action, and really mind mapping yourself so well that you don't have any of your logical mind, questions not being answered, and then you find yourself in a conflict once again. All right. So I would share something which maybe can help you, but I always feel that being productive, okay, on a consistent thing will help you to unleash your potential. And for that, I have a mind map to share with you, and that will help me to also navigate the entire presentation well, and you will have a visual to have so that you can keep it in your mind. So there is one insight that I want to share with you before I share the 7th point of the mind map. I'm not going to share all the 9 today because I've kept some secrets from you, so that when you come to my live webinar, which is on 21/10/21, palindrome day, you will know those some secrets that I have for you. All right. So keeping that in mind, I want to share this insight with you. I'm sure you would know about it. And it's all about, we don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. Okay. So first of all, we need to empty our cups and start absorbing new information in new light. And only then we can make some progress. But if we try to do new things with old rules, we are not going to progress anywhere. All right. And the 7th point is quite a bit. All right. It's all about productivity. It's all about how you can unleash your potential through these 6 steps, so that once you are all primed up and you're ready to take over the market or take over your career, you have that steps, these 6 steps to help you. All right. So first and foremost is your health, diet, and flexibility. When we talk about flexibility, it is so important. As we grow old, our bones becomes, the density of it becomes very rigid. The entire structure becomes rigid. And it's very important for us to do something to ensure that we are flexible in our body. So when we are flexible, the more flexible we are in our body, the more flexible we'll be in the mind. So any change that comes, any challenge that comes, you'll be able to maneuver much faster than if you would have just, let your body go anywhere it wants to, added a lot of weight, and exercise is not in your priority list. All right. And it is so important with the exercise, with being flexible, first in the body and then in the mind, you need to take care of your diet and health. It's all interrelated. You can't do one and neglect the other. So when you have all this interrelated items which go simultaneously, you are going to be in the prime of your focus, in the prime of your productivity. There is something called the platinum hour. Well, there are some people who are night owls. There are some people who are morning risers. So find out first, exactly which part of the day or night, I would say, you really have that peak performance mind. All right. So when you are, if you're a night owl and if you like to work in the dead of the night and when everybody's sleeping, well, that's your time. So I want you to take out 2 hours of that time. Or if you're an early morning riser, maybe you get up by 5 o'clock. Well, that's good enough also, because 5 to 7, that's your platinum hour. The 2 hours is very important of absolutely focused time with no distractions at all. That is the only criteria, whether it's in the night or early morning. Okay, so you need to work on this. Your platinum hour should give you that value, should help you to plan your day, should help you to plan yourself, should help you to prime your brain so that you can give the best of you through the entire day. And that way you would be unleashing your potential a lot. Okay, write your goals for all sensory involvement. Okay, what does that mean? When you write your goal, you're visual, you're seeing yourself writing the goal, you're feeling the pen and while you're writing the goal, you're breathing into your goal and making affirmations that yes, this needs to be done. There's a lot of sensory involvement that is happening simultaneously, and that will help you to get into the entire your whole body focus so that you can start working towards your goal. And to become real will not be a very very long last. It'll be very very soon. Then there is something called the attention deficit. It's so important for each one of us to understand that whenever we pick up our phone, which we do almost 250 to 500 times in a day, whenever we pick up a phone, we leave our attention on the phone and then we go to another thing. So much of energy that we have left, which could have been utilized on a more productive thing, is now not there for you to unleash your potential. So it's extremely important that don't get into this attention deficit, because you have a certain amount of brain energy, you have a certain amount of physical energy. Now, how wisely you use it on everything that you're doing on that day in your routine is what will determine your, how much you will unleash your potential. So, yes, distractions are there. Yes, it's easy to, just zone off and be entertained, but then your willpower is absolutely important here. Then there is something called the 20% consumption and 80% creation. And this is where I really want you to understand that when we are in that creative zone, we are going to unleash our potential. But when we are only consuming, and that also mindless consumption, maybe of digital knowledge, of maybe some gossip from our friends, that's also consumption. That's also like information you're taking in. Or maybe the news channel blaring loudly with all the negative news that you can see. All that is filling your mind with no creativity. Go out in the nature, go out under the sun, be with yourself, and you will see how you get inspired. Some new ideas will pop in, some new connection will strike, and that is when you start looking inward, and when you start being with yourself, you are going to be in that creation zone. And that should be about 80% of your time, not vice versa. Okay, not 80% consumption, 20% creation. That will help you to unleash your power. And this is where I want you to understand, not unleash your power, unleash your potential. And this is where I want you to understand that every time you are keeping yourself away from the zone of productivity, well, you are going many steps backward. And so it'll be like a rocking chair where you are rocking, you're doing a lot of work, but then you're going backward and forward and backward and forward, ultimately not going anywhere. All right, last but not the least, your mental map is so important. What is it that you're looking? What is the psyche you're looking the things at? How do you feel about lot of things in life. Is it a negative outlook? Is it a positive outlook? Is it a responsive outlook, or is it a reactive outlook? All that will really matter if your mental map is going to be not very progressive but regressive. And that is when you cannot unleash your potential. You will be somewhere again in a rocking chair, not going anywhere. So these 6 productivity hacks are so important for you to imbibe, to implement. And please find out exactly what is it. First thing first, what is it that you love to do? Okay, make it your profession, give it all the energy that you have, and then you will be a happier person, more peaceful person. So with this, I'm Shilpi Khandelwal, and I would like to say it was a pleasure talking to you. Do me a favor, do like and subscribe our channel, because we come up with a value video every week, and this is going to help you to go 10 steps forward. Not that you'll be in a rocking chair with us, but we will give you practical steps to move forward and unleash your potential, because you are an amazing person, a powerhouse. But you are great, no doubt. But then the journey is towards the greatness. Okay.